Hello and welcome to Reboot Retail 1.0, Episode 7. I'm Yogesh Huja, founder and CEO of Malls of Globe. It's a great pleasure on the Friday, weekend to bring amazing facts about retail and recovery of retail. We've been striving to bring most competent knowledge and most competent experiences from the retail industry. In last couple of webinars, we've tried to understand from various mall owners, retail developers, real estate guys, and definitely a lot of learnings from various parts of the world, Europe, US. We would like to bring some amazing success stories and some amazing formulas to revive the retail. This session would be more of a solo session that I would be doing. And this will bring a lot of facts about how retail investments must be structured in this time of the economy, and what retail should do to bring the revival back on track. When I say revival, that brings me to the first step, that how would we restructure our strategies, how would we restructure our infrastructure, and how would we deal with our people. So these three factors we are going to learn today, and we would be talking more from a mathematical point of view. So the title is ROI calculator, so return on investment. Every time when we make investments or we try to build something strong, robust, we always look forward for a mathematical formula and would like to understand whether this would really go as planned, or there would be some thing that we should be ready for contingencies. COVID is one of the contingency that nobody has planned, and the shutdown of operations in retail was like we have shared this concern, but now we have to bounce back. Now we have to recover, and to recover, we have to ensure that the footfall that is coming to the retail nowadays in the unlock phase in various parts of the world must be dealt very intelligently. So when we talk about the footfall, I would like to walk you through some of the amazing technologies which are available right now. And retailers are trying to understand how they can utilize that kind of tech suite in their retail spaces. To bring one of the such amazing stuff, I would like to walk you through to one of the video that is one of my favorite. Uh, and just give me a second while I just put this thing for you. So, coming to the first part of this technical session, where we are saying that footfall which is coming to the retail, and are we as a retailer capable of capturing that footfall? And for this, there are many solutions from ages, starting from radio frequency based calculation, going to even manual calculators by the guards, going to beacons in past decade, and now we have amazing. This is not a product demo, but it is more of an understanding that what the 3D vision camera can do. Walking you through this small video, I would like you guys to have a look on it.
How does visitor count work? The key function of footfall cane is for counting people who coming into the premises. It is mounted at the top of the entrance door. Using 3D stereo vision, it can accurately count the number of people coming in and out of the premises. It can also differentiate the kids, trolley and etc. Kids are not counted because it's below 1.3 meters. 3D imaging shows a person pushing a trolley, so it's counted as one. When the person takes the U-turn at the storefront, he is not entering the store, it would not be counted. From the Footfall Analytics Center, we can look at the hourly, daily or weekly footfall trend. It helps customer to measure the sales conversion, marketing effectiveness, and staff planning.
So this was just a quick glimpses of how technology can help in first of all knowing who is coming inside your store and how many people were outside your store. Now, what is the inside? What exactly have to be learned today when malls are open and a lot of people are coming into the shopping complex? What are the retailers doing? They're just waiting for somebody to walk in. So I've interviewed a lot of mall developers and retailers inside. So when I say that people going to shopping mall pre-COVID era was around 20,000, 25,000 people, and in some good malls it was above 50,000, and on weekends it was more. So I would still take an average number of 25,000 to 50,000 people getting into a mall. How many really hop onto the stores? And various with the categories of stores, things vary. So if I have a F&B, there would be food court will have more footfall. If I have a Gucci, Louis Vuitton stores, they would have lesser footfall. But I would say that on average, a person wants to do a billing number of billings in a store. So if I consider that out of 25,000 people who are coming into the mall, let's say 50 people have to purchase from me. So 50 transactions. So how much footfall should enter into my shop? So I'm doing a reverse calculation that when a shopping center is trying to bring a lot of traffic to by doing various promotions, by doing whatever they can do, uh, then retailer has to do his part in understanding that footfall. So 500 people passing by my store and 50 entering. That means I'm talking about a conversion of 10%. 10% people of outside footfall is my sales. So these numbers have to be understood in the context that if I'm a category where I am a jeweler inside a mall, or if I'm a category that I'm a luxury brand inside a mall, I have to ensure that a right kind of a customer or a premium customer enters into my store and I am able to make sales. So when I was interviewing, I think 3 weeks before, and this was an Express Avenue mall guy, he said that now if retail has revived to a 40-45% footfall against the corona time, pre-corona time. So out of 40-45%, he said that 80% is the customer who is there to buy. So that means earlier when shopping centers were considered to be a place to go hang out, have some burger. Today it has changed, and we have to understand that which categories are now benefiting, which categories need to be ready to understand this data. So I will quickly walk you through the other part, which is how the sales conversion has to be tracked, which is the ultimate objective of a retailer. Just give me a second.
How does sale conversion work? By combining sales data and footfall data, we can measure the sales conversion. That is the percentage of visitor who buy something from the shop. How to calculate the sales conversion? Sales conversion is equal to number of transaction divided by number of visitor and multiple by 100%. For example, there are 8 people coming into the shop. 2 of the visitor buying something and pay at the cashier. The sales conversion will equal to 2 divided by 8 and multiply by 100%, which is 25%.
So these mathematical formulas are easy to understand, and when you walk through these things, you find it very simple. But how to make your infra ready for these kind of retail analytics to work for you, for these kind of hardwares or softwares to work for you, because you are a retailer, you've never tried these things, and this is not your key focus area. So somebody has to bring this technology on your doorstep, and that technology has to be easy to use. So the theme of this today's session is based out on ROI calculator when we are talking about the return on investment. So if today a retailer is going to make an investment. So a lot of time people say that I want to build a website. That could be a step to go digital. Or sometimes people mention that they want to start selling on Amazon. So yes, whatever you do is absolutely fine. Digital experiences are important to have. Omni channel is the next step that retailers should opt on. But the most important part is that where are you? So you are in a retail space and you are trying to build an experience for the shopper. This experience cannot be compromised. So what people were buying you, uh, from ages, they will keep on buying you in future also. Don't get worried that it's a COVID phase and people are not walking out now. I think in most of the part of the countries across the world, people have understood that they have to live with this thing, and they are understanding the safety precautions. And also, when yeah, last time we did a survey with the shoppers, and we found that this was one of the amazing learning. I haven't planned to share it in this session, but it's important to know that people feel more safer in shopping malls rather than high street or these kind of markets, because they know that there is a retail real estate developer who is ensuring these measures inside, and these measures are amazing. People have installed cameras, safety cameras. So what this mall is ready now is to ensure safety. Now, along with the safety, which is a prime agenda that Corona has taught, you have to also get ready towards the digital adoption. That means you have to prepare a digital infrastructure where your retailers and your shoppers get connected. You have to acquire your customer. So that means today, when a customer lands on Amazon.com, he is being acquired by Amazon. So Amazon plays a pivotal role in capturing the customer. Now, this customer can pick up any product out of the portfolio, which is there at the click of a button, and the person can search. But this customer is being served by some supplier then, and the fulfillment and everything is a part of the supply chain. So imagine that tomorrow's retail is shaping up because customer has understood. Today, if I have to buy a mobile phone, I'm very clear, it's no rocket science. I don't need an experience much of this stuff. If I need some knowledge, I have to go to a retailer or some experience center of the brand. But if I don't need that thing and I'm clear, then I can go and just click on any.com and get the best deal out of it. These categories have actually shown a very different behavior in terms of purchasing. But those are categories where you say jewelry, where it's fashion, apparel, and people want to interact. So you have to understand that if you understand your footfall well, and it's not only you, it's a mall developer as well as the retailer in collaboration have to understand the footfall. If you understand the sales conversion well, then you are moving a step towards the ROI. The ROI formula is very simple. You can easily calculate that I'm going to build an infrastructure and I'm going to invest X. What is the time period in which my X would be recovered, and I would start earning more aggressively and more profitably. And imagine if ROI formulas, you know, give you a confidence, then this is the session to vouch for. This is the story that you should really understand, because we are covering technology in terms of hardware. We are going to cover the software piece, and then we are going to really talk about the formulas in which you can play around, and these would be easy to you to make these investments. So coming to the second part, software, is that a lot of people invest in digital websites or something. You need to have some sort of mechanism where you capture your customer, and you should be able to know when this customer is around next time. Now, this is not a rocket science. This is something with the power of Wi-Fi and with the power of mesh networks. It is possible that in a mall, if the mall acknowledges there is a repeat customer, and the customer is also enrolled into any loyalty program, which could be delivered through a application, mobile application or website or any other mechanism, the customer's information can be shared basis the preferential database of customers liking this. Now I'll make it very easy to understand. I'm a shopper. I love to go and dine out maybe every 15 days, and I have my favorite sushi restaurant. And then while I'm going to dine out, I would also plan my grocery buying from the mall. And I would also love to have a look around on some stores where I can check out whatever my basic needs, shoes, jeans, whatever. Now, this preferences would keep on varying with the time and every visit that I make. But these kind of interest, if are captured in some digital medium, and basis on that, a curated experience can be delivered back to me when I visit the mall every time. That is what is the story. And when I say retail landscape, I not only cover about the shopping mall, we talk about wherever the retail is happening. So whether it's a high street, whether it's a museum, whether it is a shipping cruise line where people spend, from couple of days to many weeks on cruise lines, and cruise lines have larger cruise lines have their stuff, and most importantly, airports. Right now, airports are serving domestic traffic more. So you have to re-strategize, because earlier people were traveling international. Duty free was one of the major source of revenue. You have to understand. So wherever retail is happening, you have to make sure that your technology is in very good shape. So coming to the segment where I would run you through three amazing calculators which we have curated, and we will spend some 5 minutes each on each calculator to ensure that you are capable of understanding where your investments are going in and how you are structuring your plans and decisions. So give me a second, and here we have. So, as a Malls of Globe, we have been committed to bring technology in the most easiest format, and we have three major offerings that we have been helping out. One is the DXA, which we call Digital Experience for Airports. Second is the DXM, which is the one that we have been selling for so long. DXM is Digital Experience for shopping centers, malls. And then we have the DXC, which is the Digital Experience for cruise ships. I will first start my journey of explaining you from the airports angle, because it's very important. A retail area, so the yellow sheet denotes that what is the kind of inputs that as a customer you can make. And then we have the number of years in which you are planning to pay out for this technology, and then we will come to. So first we will start with the cell A3, where we talk about the retail area. So we say that it's a 2 million square feet of area. Number of retailers in the area are 300. Number of floors, you can say 2, 3, 4, whatever. Basis on this, the entire thing changes. I think let me just increase the size so people can easily see what exactly is the stuff. Okay, then the number of parkings. Okay, number of passengers. So how many passengers? So you say that every day at my airport there are 20,000 guys who are coming in and out, because this is where we actually uh, build the amazing interaction. This point where we want that all the retail spaces should become intelligent, that if I know 20,000 people are coming in, I must be able to track them by some mechanism. And I must have a lot of bifurcation, gender bifurcation, age bifurcation, kids, male, female, stuff like that. Then we come to, okay, so how many terminals, how many airlines are operating, and how many check-in counters and boarding gates. Because the important part is that when you say boarding gates, what happens that when I take a flight, I have my path to reach to my boarding gate. That is when we say, now why I took airport first, not malls, because it will make you clear that there is a path to purchase for a particular shopper or a customer. So when I am clear that I have to catch a flight from Dubai to New York, so I am about to board on Dubai terminal 2 from gate number 21. So my passage will be very clear. So I will not go here and there. And especially when I don't have much time, even if I have time, I would love to stay on my track, and I would, because terminals are very big. And nowadays, people are trying to build amazing experiences on airports. So the 21 gates is like, if I do this 10, you would I would tell you that how this entire thing works and how the calculation, because the probability of experiencing shops increases. But if the number of gates are high, then I know that these things work. So I will go for. Then how many international and domestic travel? It's very important for retail to understand, because international shoppers, when we say, they are more of impulsive buyers. They are on a leisure or a holiday mood, and when they are experiencing these. So if I go and even I travel outside my city, hometown or home city, so I would love to pick up something from that place as a part of memory, or maybe a souvenir. So these things are impulsive purchases which contributes to the economy. And it's very important that when tourism is concerned, when these kind of facts are concerned, so we are knowing that which kind of customer is coming, so we can strategize our offerings. So if I say these kind of statistics, our calculator first of all builds the footfall, and would say that shoppers that we can deal yearly is close to 1.44 million international and 5.76 this is like the domestic traffic. So using with this particular software, so this is a addressable market. And when we move towards this estimated cost, so this is calculated basis on various factors, that how you have to build the infrastructure in your retail space. So there has to be so many sensors. This is a play of IoT, and I'm not going to get into the details of how it works. Uh, Anybody who's interested can talk to us one to one. But this session is largely towards letting you know that what you're going to invest if you have a complete airport that I've just shared you, that with a 2 million square feet of space, 300 shops, and you have 3 floors or 2 floors. What I'm trying to build out here is that what cost you're going to do, and what is the cost per retailer that's going to come. So in 3 years, with this kind of a technology, this kind of experience, where your shopper, what it's at par with the online players. It's a 13,000. Let's convert it into month. It's 108 US dollar. Let's convert it into day. It's 4 US dollars. Imagine, at the cost of not even a cup of a coffee, you are going to get a technology which is more robust. And you will understand this thing when we are going to talk about the experience against the current, that how you handle your footfall as a retail, and with the DXA. So the discovery of a shopping, if you have 20,000 people, so let me just run down this. So I say that if 10,000 people are coming into an airport every day, and so I say that 700 people will pass through your shop. That means I call discovery as that they've seen. So if I am passing by Gucci, Louis Vuitton, I will say that I've seen it, right? Now with the DXA, this number increases to 1,050. And this is a connected experience. That means a retailer is connected with the shopper. He understands that 700, you cannot tell at the end of the day to, as a store manager, you cannot tell to your, owner or brand or retailer that this was the footfall. But with DXA, you can tell that there were 100, there were 1,000 people who just discovered us. And what discovery means is that they are actually knowing where you are. And the discovery with DXA starts not at the airport, but even prior to that. That means they can experience you on an airport mobile app, or they can experience you on some web properties that a mall can invest or airport can invest. Then we talk about the customers who enter. So the entering conversion is 35. That means out of 700, 35 people. This is without the DXA, and with DXA it increases to 53, which is almost the double. So I'm saying that you are actually doing, and this 53 has a conversion percentage which is from without this thing you 9, and with the DXA you 13. Now this is a scenario which you have understood. And customer who purchase, so the purchase is 9,581, and with DXA it's 14,000. And then you have a retargetable customer. Imagine if today I go and tell you that you can address 1,000+ customer in this COVID time that you have already served in the past, and the cost is zero. Cost of marketing is zero because you've acquired them once. These kind of things will save you in the situations like pandemic. So everybody in the retail has to understand that you have to build digital infrastructure because you have to compete with players who are 24 by 7. So if I take an example of an average retailer sale of 100 US dollars, so I consider that some segments where you are buying, apparels or clothes or something, so you have $100 kind of thing, and if your profit percentage is 5%, with the calculation, which is the basic calculation, you can change this number, you can change 100 to 10, 10 to 1,000, whatever is your average sale price, right? And you can set your percentage. So if I say it is 6%, so it will calculate and tell me that 57 is the retailer's profit, and this is 57,000 US dollars in compared to 86,000, and the ROI is 1.5 years. Why 1.5 years? If I actually take you to this formula and explain you, the ROI formula is actually less than, actually we say that ROI starts next day. But in order to have your effective database, you need to actually curate some amount of customer base, which is, we call 1,000 is the customer base. The moment you touch 1,000 customers, that means to whom you have sold, and you know the purchase history. That is when this software starts giving you results. The fruits of the time, 1.5 year, the calculation says 1+. Actually, it is half years. So 1 year we have calculated. So if you see, DXA solution requires 1 year of data to build digital experiences for retailer. Amazon took 20 years to build the story. Amazon was not profitable for 20 years. Retailers, you have to understand that this particular story. So we say that DXA solution requires 1 year of data to build digital experience for retailers, and the ROI formula has a factor of 1+ year in the calculation. Actually, it's half a year. So if you're aggressive and if you are, so you can change these number. You say that I want to lease down this technology for 5 years, then everything comes down, and you say it's like buying a car on loan, and you say that I want to buy this technology over 5 year. So it's very easy for you to capture these data points, and your ROI becomes 1.3. So this is the amazing story that I have explained you, considering the airport as a use case. But if we take this thing and understand from the DXM, which is the mall, so you will understand that it's like zero point 0.5 million square feet. It's absolutely same. Some of the factors with respect to industry changes, but yes, this calculator behaves absolutely the way how the DXA works, because its a core engine is emojis, malls of globes, software as a service platform. And the reboot of the retail, the that we are looking at, is that we were trying to address this particular thing with various presentations. But this ROI calculator is absolutely something that every customer of our, every prospect of our can try, and they will understand that, okay, if I have 250 shops, if I have 4 floors in my mall, I have 20,000 footfall, 2,500 cars come in, which in this thing, how many LFRs, it's now these factors I'm just going to walk you through. And we will be always available for all our prospect and potential guys who want to understand and learn, even students who want to learn how this entire technology works, and how we have built this thing. We are happy to talk to you. But in the meanwhile, the LFRs are large format, which are called mostly you go for groceries. So you have, like in Europe, we have Stockman. In India, we have, Reliance, and we have Big Bazaar, a lot of other players. So anchor brands, how many anchor brands like the Gucci, Louis Vuitton, who have captive audience. So even wherever they are, so Body Shop, wherever their stores are, people say that, okay, I will go there. So they have a specific following. So we consider that these will drive footfall. So effective footfall, people who have purchasing capacity, we capture that. Food court, a lot of people, I would say that, 40%, 50% people actually visit the food court. So it's something which is there. Movie theaters, because movie theater is again similar to the boarding gate. So if I'm going to watch a movie, So I have a clear path to purchase. A lot of time I don't spend much time in shopping that day because I'm spending 3 to 4 hours with my movie experience. So we have to understand, and all of these things contribute to an effective ROI and profitability for the retailer. With this thing, I would like to thank you, all our viewers and people who have been following us from past couple of webinars. We are talking and learning from all our customers and taking a lot of great teamwork into this play. People are building amazing products at malls of globe. We are happy that the retail would revive faster, and we will keep on giving more and more knowledge and information to the world. Thank you very much. This is Yogesh Huja signing off.